This is Villa View. Coming up, reflections on the Stamford Bridge mauling, including reaction from Martin O'Neill's dressing room, and Villa look to bounce back at Bolton. Hello and welcome to this week's Villa View, where you join myself, Andy Walker, and our man at the Villa, Matt Kendrick. Welcome, Matt.
Hi.
So we were both at Stamford Bridge on Saturday for what turned out to be a thoroughly depressing day for Villa. In your opinion, where do you felt it went wrong?
It's a good question. It was just one of those days, wasn't it, in the end? As for where it went wrong, I think it was a combination of factors. Obviously, we talk about the tiredness and the fatigue. The manager's been able to rely on a very select band of players all the way through the season. He obviously places great trust in those players. Decided to do so again, albeit with a couple of changes, and I just think it might have been one match too far for them. I think it was a combination of Chelsea being extra specially good and Villa sadly being extra specially bad. And
obviously what's given more of a bearing on the game is the fact that that's the opposition in just over a week's time now in the FA Cup semi-final at Wembley. How much of a bearing do you think that result will have on that cup game?
Can go one of two ways, can't it? I'm going to sit on the fence here. I mean, I heard an interesting point from somebody the other day saying that, I can't remember what year it was, 1990 I think, that Crystal Palace went to Anfield and got battered 9-1 that season, and then actually played Liverpool in an FA Cup semi-final at Villa Park, if I remember rightly, and won that game 4-3. So, I mean, there's a little bit of a kind of an omen for Villa that it doesn't necessarily mean that everything's all over. I think it will be in their minds, but it's a different competition and it's a very, very crucial match for Villa to win now.
Okay. Well, following that battering in West London, we had the opportunity to catch up with Villa boss Martin O'Neill, and here are his views.
Well beaten today. Oh, absolutely. Well beaten. In a game that at one stage, just after half time, maybe with a possibility if we sky one over the bar to maybe make it 2-2 in a game. In a minute or two, it's 3-1, and then we succumbed. It's as simple as that. There, we succumbed, and it's not like us, but we were well beaten and stopped competing and stopped everything that you're supposed to do in this professional game.
Those are thoughts of Villa boss Martin O'Neill, and we also had a chance to catch up with skipper Stilyan Petrov.
I think we didn't show any spirit, which was very surprisingly for me. You know, we always battle. We lost our heart today.
Now it's time to hear some of your views and questions following that result. And remember, you can always contact Matt on the email address scrolling along the screen now. Well, first up, Matt, is Paul from Weedy Castle. And he's wondering whether there is any scope on Villa giving the travelling fans their money back following that 7-1 defeat.
Well, we did actually have a few letters from kind of fairly angry Villa fans making the same point. I did contact the club over the weekend, and I don't, as far as I'm aware, there's no plans to refund the ticket price, the cost of the ticket.
Okay. Rich from Kidderminster is wondering, well, O'Neill's quote, pretty much conceded defeat in the race for fourth place, and he's highlighted there. Do you think that is realistic?
I think so. I mean, even before the Chelsea game, I did a piece in last Saturday's Sports Argus predicting where I thought the race would go, predicting the results of the respective teams, and I got Villa down for a point that day, so it shows what I know. But even with that point, I got them finishing in 6th place, with Spurs, I think Spurs 4th, Liverpool 5th, and Man City 7th. Now I think the 7-point gap now that Villa would need to bridge to catch Tottenham, plus Tottenham have much better goal difference, so it's effectively 8 points. Given the number of games left, I think it's too much of an ask.
It's Bolton up at the Reebok next. Can there, in this situation, be ideal opposition to play following a result such as the one at Chelsea?
I don't think they can really. No, I just think that Villa, it's a strange situation because once you've suffered a defeat like that, you want to play a game as soon as possible, get it out your system, try and get a win, try and forget all about the 7-1 scoreline.
Thanks for joining us, Matt, and thank you for watching. And join us next week where we'll be looking back on that game at Bolton and also looking ahead to the Crunch FA Cup semi-final clash at Wembley against Chelsea. Thanks, and we'll see you then.